up, snakes? In today's video, I am ranking the sleeping partners of Fallout 3. What's that you say? There's no sleeping partners in Fallout 3? Well, that's true, but there are a lot of characters who have kind of cheeky interactions with the player, and I also scoured through Reddit, through Tumblr, and saw what you depraved individuals want to be a sleeping partner. So that said, I made them a sleeping partner in my mind, and we're gonna rank all of them. Now, I put some out-of-pocket choices for sleeping partners, but I'll give you the scenario and how I think it goes down as well. So, don't forget, Mama's giving away a Starfield controller. There's the box in the background. I'm going to give it away on the official launch day, not on early release or anything like that. Yes, I've been playing Starfield. Don't forget to check out my channel for my review. I'm going to do a tips video, like 5 tips for starting Starfield that I wish I had, but because I was an early player, I didn't have tips. I'm a fan of game guides, y'all. When the game guide drops for that game, I am buying it. I love game guides. I just think they're also cool books to have. Anyway, keep an eye out for that. Like, subscribe, and let's get into it. Drop that intro. Yeah, I love that. I love that. You know what? We should probably be on this screen, right? Let's be real. We should be on this screen. And now we are on this screen. So like I said, I went through Reddit. I went through Tumblr. There's a lot of freaks, man, and this game is old. So this was like heyday Tumblr era, and I have seen fanfics of everything. I started on Tumblr. God help me. So I kind of just picked everybody I thought would be a potential sleeping partner in Fallout 3 and like people who, you know, it would make the most logical sense, and we're just going to rank them. And it's not all people I want to be a sleeping partner with, just for full clarity. I included people I also thought the game would throw in there just as like an option for funsies. So that said, let's do it. All right, I'm going to move lovely little vault boy and his lovely little vault girl out of the way here, and we're gonna get into it. And for a level of surprise, I kept it all of the guys off the screen, and girls and gals and whatever, and just so we could pull them in, as it were, as it goes. Okay. Who would be most fun? So early on, I think adult Amata would be a logical person to be a sleeping partner in the game. I think it would occur after you come back into the vault and she is now the overseer. The lone wanderer would tell her what a good job she's doing, how impressed they are. They would both mutually bond over the fact that she saved the vault and the lone wanderer saved the wasteland, and they would get freaky. But she's not down for long-term stuff, so it would be a one-night stand, and she would wake up in the morning and say it's a mistake. Dang you, Amata. I'll always cherish our friendship and childhoods together. So I think, again, I just think Amata would not want to continue on with like a relationship or make it a consistent thing, so I'm going to put her in the B tier. I love Amata. She's a sweetie, but, you know, she got some baggage. It's hard to deny her baggage. You know, we love Amata. All right, continuing along with who, you know, like Vault 101 has a couple people to offer. I think Butch Deloria would offer an interesting interaction. He's a companion. I think much like in Fallout 4, how you get affinity over time. I think if you do enough things with Butch, that would be how it would go down. Butch would finally be like, hey, I'm into you. I don't think it would be like a romance option, but more or less a, you know, he's being a little cheeky. Maybe he really likes your haircut and he's into it. But Butch, kind of vanilla. I mean, we all thought he would get better stuff on the GOAT test, and he got hairdresser. No shade to hairdressers. I'm just saying Butch fancies himself like a warrior. So that said, I think, you know, Butch is rocking one position, and that's it. And we're going to have to rank him down for that. Even though I love Butchie Boy, I am a tunnel snake myself. If you make enough euphemisms, are you really that great in the sack? Okay, next up, we have Dukov himself, the Prince of Pleasure. But Dukov's like kind of crazy and a little weird, and I think it would be a good time. However, I don't know if you'd be sober enough for me to have fun. And the way I think this would go down is you just go to Dukov's place, and if you have a Black Widow perk, you just offer for information, because there's a quest where you need to get information from him. Yeah, and I just think sleeping would be an option, and he'd be down. Probably wouldn't even have to talk him into it that much. But because he's a little weird, kind of old, we're going to put him in let's put him in D. All right. Charon. Okay. Y'all really want to do things with Charon. Y'all, the internet wants this. The internet has asked for this, and I'm not leaving him off my list because apparently you guys really want this. The Tumblr really wanted it. Tumblr. Woo, calm down, Tumblr. I honestly just think you'd be a companion with him for a while, and it would be something you could ask for. I think you'd have to have a perk, Black Widow, or whatever perk for it. I don't know if he really is into it, and again, as I said with ghouls in the past, do I want to put a ghoul's anything near anything of mine? And the answer is no. Also, Charon doesn't even really want to be your companion, so I'm just going to put him in the F tier. Sorry, Charon. I just think he wouldn't be into it. Bittercup. We're going to assume Bittercup is an adult. We don't actually have official ages for anyone in Big Town. We know they are over a certain age, and I'm going to say Bittercup's probably been there for a few years, so she is definitely an adult. Just making that assumption on all of these sleeping partners. Again, we don't know everybody's age, which is interesting. This is one the internet wanted. The internet really wanted this one. She's flirty in the game, so it does make sense, and I think that's when it would occur, and the internet really wanted this. However, she grew up with no adult supervision. I don't think she knows the ways of the world in any way, shape, or form, and as much as the internet wants it, I don't. So I'm putting Bittercup in E. Sorry to Bittercup. Sarah Lyons. Again, with the power armor, there's something powerful in the power armor. Granted, you do take it off. Now, I'm assuming Fallout 4 mechanics on the power armor. I think she's run out of fuel, much like Dance I did in my previous ranking video many a time. So she does have some power in those legs. And, she's got that whole, hide it from parents deal with her. There's something fun about that. I don't know, the sneaking around, the being whatever about it. I think this would just occur after the main mission. Now, I know Sarah Lyons in the base game never actually wakes up from the radiation that she got during the base game, but I think in my proposed scenario, she would wake up and she would be so grateful that you went in to turn on Project Purity in her stead that she would want you in a way that is biblical and sacred. Yeah, so I think Sarah would be very gracious lover, and she would have a good time. Also, blondes, they have more fun. I've been blonde before. They do have more fun. It's just a reality of society, guys. We can't help it. We can't choose it. There's a reason Barbies are blonde. And I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. I'm putting Sarah Lyons in S tier, baby. 3 dog. Bow wow. I honestly think this would just occur at the end, towards the end of the game, maybe even after Project Purity, provided, you've done all the quests for him in the past. If you go back and visit him after Project Purity, he would want to reward you for fighting the good fight, as it were. Or maybe that would, get him going in some type of way. And then afterwards, he would say stuff about it on the radio and talk about how you never come to visit him anymore and be a little bit passive aggressive, which I think is funny. And that's what I would want in my mind. So I'm putting the 3 dogs man in the A tier because, he cute too. He not too old. So we're into it. Nova, this is her job, and it's kind of implied that you do stuff with her in the game. My brain Mandela affected or gaslighted me into thinking you actually could with Nova, but apparently you can just buy a bed from her and nothing actually happens. There's no sleeping animation or anything like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did they patch this out of the game? I remember this as a teen, but that might just be because I was a teen and I was motivated by other things as a teen, and I'm an adult now with a little bit less of that. But I remember Nova being a sleeping partner. Now, this is her job, so she is experienced, and, I'm going to say she'd be pretty good at it. She'd be a good sleeping partner, but she would charge you after. So that does rank her down. I'm going to put Nova in the B tier as a result. There's just a little bit of I don't want to be charged for it, but if, I get it. Harkness. I put Harkness on. He's cute. He's cute. He's a synth. He's got that going, or an android, depending on what, terminology you want to use. In Fallout 3, we do call them androids. I think Harkness would, if you choose not to tell him he's a synth, no. I think if you tell him he's a synth, and then you have the option to reprogram him, and he will be so grateful for it. No, God, Harkness is rough. I just think you'd be able to with Harkness. It would definitely have something to do with his synth quest. I don't know if it's if you tell him he's a synth or you refuse to tell him he's a synth. Maybe, here, you tell Harkness he's actually human. He finds this out. He's so happy. He jumps into bed with you. You filthy liar. You got this in the worst way possible. You dirty scoundrel. But that said, Harkness is... He's cute. He's cute. He's one of the few Fallout characters that doesn't look like a complete potato. Fallout 3 characters. Because Fallout 3 characters tend to look like potatoes, y'all. So I'm going to have to put him in the C tier. I'm only dropping him down because in my mind, he wouldn't fully know what he was getting into in the way that you would have to lie to get him to do this, which is a terrible thing. But it sounds like something you'd do in Fallout. So let's be real. Moira Brown. Y'all love Moira Brown. We don't talk about the Moira Brown Facebook pages that used to occur back in the day. Y'all remember those? Maybe I should do a deep dive on how crazy Fallout fandom is. Moira had the big Facebook pages. Y'all remember those? Y'all have some fanfic about Moira. I know that voice can get grating for some, but for others, it does something else entirely. She's also insane. I honestly think this would just be at the end of doing her quest for her. Perhaps it would even be a bonus chapter in her book if you did all of the extra stuff for the Wasteland Survival Guide. You have to do a lot extra, get even more radiation, hurt yourself even further, go deeper into the or don't hurt any Mirelurks when you go put stuff in their eggs. Things like that. I think Moira would be so grateful you did everything extra. She would suggest a bonus chapter, and she would take you upstairs. And you know what? Moira, being an absolute freak, puts her in the S tier. We got to put her there, guys. S tier Moira Brown, because she's crazy. And we all know how crazy people are in the boudoir. We've talked about it before. I'm going to just call this random encounter with Raider. I just think this is something Fallout 3 would throw your way. If you had the appropriate perk, the Lady Killer or the Black Widow perk, a random Raider would come up to you and randomly suggest this completely random, total random encounter. And again, crazy, but she's very dirty, or he, depending on the random encounter. And I gotta drop her down to the D tier. Purely for the fact that I think Raiders are very unhygienic, and it would not be pleasant in that regard. Lucas Sims. People want Lucas Sims too. This is another internet favorite, was Lucas Sims. I think he'd just be grateful that you disarmed in Megaton. That would be that. And instead of getting some other kind of reward, like your house, you could suggest doing this with Lucas Sims. However, you're missing out on a house. So there's that. Maybe later on you could buy the house. But I think Lucas would be a passionate dude. He's definitely been around. He's a little bit older. And for that reasons, he's going in the B category. Could I rank him higher? Yeah, but we like Lucas. He's a good guy. Eulogy Jones. Eulogy is interesting. He's a terrible person, right? We all know what he does. It's not great. He is crazy though, but because bad person category, firmly in the F tier. Sorry, Eulogy. I just do think he would be an option. I just think Eulogy would straight up suggest it, honestly. I don't know if there would be anything special that needs to occur. Maybe if your karma were low enough, Eulogy would just suggest it. And in the same vein, we have Crimson and Clover over and over. Eulogy's girlfriends. Notice the things around their neck. I just think they would be involved in this interaction with Eulogy, and I think you would get a lot of bad karma for it. So for that reason, not them as people, but more just how I think it would go down, I got to put Crimson and Clover in the F tier, mostly because I think it would be in some way involved or an option in Eulogy's interaction. All right, Jericho. He's a raider. He's a dirty dog. And yeah, I just think it would be an option. Again, if your karma were low enough, probably he'd be into it. So we're just going to throw him in the F tier because, ew, Jericho, gross. Don't like Jericho. I guess he's a retired raider, so he gets bumped up from eulogy. But if you go in and learn the lore of Jericho, not into it. Yeah, I threw this one in here, guys. I don't care. I'm having a good time with this ranking list. I just think if you were to go into Megaton and yeet everyone prior to also exploding it, I think that would do something for eulogy, and I think he would offer this. But gross. So bottom of the barrel. Did I say eulogy? I mean Tenpenny. The leader of the family. Look at his eyeliner. You know he gets weird. I guess if you're into vampires, this is all, just like for all you Twilight girlies out there. I think he would be a good time, though. I think it would be a good time. There's a lot of men on this list, I'm realizing now. Although Crimson Clover, those are women. And oh my God, I'm completely spacing on her name. One sec. Lucy West. Lucy. I almost wanted to call her Sarah because the model of the face looks a lot like Sarah Lyons. I think Lucy would be cute, fun, into you in a large way because, you know, she's grateful that you helped her brother not be a vampire anymore. Or, you know, be a vampire, but like in a little less of a creepy way by getting the blood bags. And I think she'd be into it. I think she'd be grateful for all the help you provided. And again, blondes have more fun, guys. Blondes have more fun. It's an unfortunate reality of society. However, she's not very crazy. So we're going to have to put her down in the A tier. She's very pretty, though. I mean, it's rare in Fallout 3 that you get pretty faces. Like, again, everyone looks like a potato in Fallout 3. So a rare, pretty face. We put her in the A tier. All right, that's all I have. Did I leave anyone out that you think would have been a good sleeping partner? Should I have included someone that's not on this list? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of my ranking as well. Do you want to do more proposed sleeping partner videos? I know you guys like my sleeping partner videos. You absolute heathens. You absolute heathens. Don't blame there being nothing on YouTube, because I know you're watching it because you're weird. It's okay. I'm weird too. So let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget about the Starfield giveaway. The details will all be in the description. Keep an eye out for my Starfield review, the tips video that I'm also going to do. And I think I'm going to do a cooking video, guys, for TikTok. That's going to be my Starfield video for TikTok. So keep an eye out for that. I'm really excited about that. Have a plan. Can't say much about it. I can't say really anything about it. Check it out, though. All right. Have a safe and wonderful day in the wasteland, you dirty dogs. Peace. Love ya.